Hey guys, what's going on? I just thought I'd give you a little quick update on my pantry project. Got good and started here. Got all the paneling up now and got rocking. Decided, I know I said I was going to use a cable rack, which is something we use in our industry to put to lace cables on, but once I got through figuring the 18-inch rack into play, wound up just being too big, so I built my own ladder to get up into the attic. Just built it out of straight up 2x4s and screws. It gives me good access up into the attic. Just hop right up that thing once I get through bracing it and building the rest of the shelves. Went with 2x4s. That one there is about a 20-inch shelf. The back one is right at 24 inches, I believe. And then this side over here is at, I think it's about 16 or 17 inches wide. Went ahead and built them out of 2x4s. That right there ain't going nowhere. You can put a transmission on that thing, engine block. It ain't going to sag. Got a little bit of a dilemma here. I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and hop up above this. I was planning on going 24 inches in between each. I guess I'm going to have to skip. That wound up hitting wrong. I have to go up 26 inches. Glad I built this extra strong. I can put extra weight on there. A little bit of insight into what I used. When I went into the wall studs, I used these bad boys right here. I don't know if you can see that, but that's a Torx head on that. I like it much better. It's a 3-inch screw. It's a Torx head on it. I like it much better. Much better than a Phillips head. You know, you can just strip a Phillips head right out. And those Torx, you got to really try hard to strip them. You come closer to breaking off the screw, which that's its own problem. But anyway, going into the studs for this back row around the wall, I used the 3-inch. Then doing all the tying everything together, I used a 2.5-inch, same type of screw. That's for all the shots right here on the front, tying in the braces into the floor was the 2.5-inch. The only thing I really use the 3-inches for is for the supports in the back corners back there, and the actual screws that go straight into the wall studs. We'll get a lot of meat on those guys. Get them buried in there deep. We got no problems in the corners and in the wall studs. Like I say, built my own ladder. The very bottom rung, went ahead and put a 3-inch brace at the bottom of each edge of the rung. Put six screws in each side, so there's 12 screws on that bottom rung, because everybody wants to take a run and go on the first one, and then the rest of the way up they're being kind of careful. Use 1.5 inches the rest of the way up, and just 4 screws on each rung, or rather 4 screws on each side of each rung the rest of the way up. Once again, those are the 2.5-inch screws with the Torx head, star head, whatever you want to call them, taking us right on up into the attic. And I just love this easy access. Back when this was the laundry room, I had to drag a ladder in here, set it over here on top of beside the washing machine, then climb over the washing machine, get halfway up in that thing, and then try to do a pull up to hoist my 260-pound cell phone up into that attic. This is a breeze. This is cake. We're going to be able to actually make use of a lot of space up there. This is one of the best things my wife has ever come up with for me to do, I've got to say. like I say, that's the update. A little bit on the material we're using. Oh, I got to add something else. See all this lower stuff here says Prime on it. Prime. Well, I went and got my first load of lumber, and I talked to the guy at Lowe's, the little kid. I probably should have talked to a real carpenter. They said, oh yeah, you want the prime stuff. Well, I noticed I had a lot of splintering problems. It was really dry. The edges had split off really bad. Using my pocket knife a lot to clean things up. Had little small burrs coming up, so I had to whip out the old Schrade, which it's an old Schrade. But anyway, it's an old one. I don't know if the camera will even focus on it, but it's an old time. It's old. That thing's years old. But cleaning up the edges and all, had several boards split. Went back today to buy my second load, and I just went ahead and bought regular old, the cheapest $2.30 frame wall studs, and I'm much happier with the quality of wood. I don't know if you can really tell. This is one of the wall studs. Sanded, much smoother, cheaper. I don't quite get it. I should have studied it a little more first trip. But anyway, all this is going to be covered up and painted. See, look at all the little splinters hanging off of this one. The Prime stuff. And here's an old $2.30 wall stud. Run your finger all over it. Like I say, just a heads up, if anybody's thinking about doing a project, the old cheapo wall studs seem to be slicker and smoother than the Prime stuff. So, like I say, I needed 20. Well, actually, I bought 8 to begin with, used those up of the Prime ones, and went back today and bought 20 more to finish the project. 20 more just regular wall studs to finish the project, and I'm much happier with the $2.30 ones as opposed to the $2.70 ones that are called Prime. I don't know, I may find out that there's a problem when the timber dries. There ain't no telling. There ain't no telling what, there may be a certain amount of drying goes on, and these Prime ones were already dried, but like I say, this stuff feels, these regular joists regular wall studs feel fine. They feel actually better than the expensive stuff. So anyway, just personal opinion there. We'll see. I might have to come back and say, oh, there's a reason why I should have used the Prime for the whole build. But from this point on out, I'm using regular wall studs. So anyway, guys, that's where I'm at. And you guys got any comments or suggestions, let me know. I'm not going to start back up till about 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So throw out there any good ideas you got. More than happy to hear suggestions. Y'all take care. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving, and hope the holidays are good to you. See ya. Out.